just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And just think about what his ceiling in the NFL could be, because when you go back to his one collegiate season as a starter, the full season, he went undefeated, didn't throw an interception, and ran for over 1,000 yards as well. When you see him hit the field, you see a possible superstar in the making.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Working from the gun. Lance finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. Off of play action, here's Lance. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
Well, this defense for the Rams, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Hard to imagine a quarterback like this would be available in a trade. I mean, what an impact he's going to have.
And you know exactly why they went out and got him. They want to win and win big, and he provides that opportunity for them.
18 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 30-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And the Rams are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Again, Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year.
And the Rams are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On 2nd and 12, Lance.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. After 7-0 on EA's.
Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away.
Now Hill to return it.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. 76 yards.
And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 14-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
So out come the Raiders.
Partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20, following a pickup of 4.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Ready.
On 3rd and long, it's Lance. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Lance.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Now Lance.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. Ready, go. 16-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Lance.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. And the final clocking there, according to Next Gen Stats, that sack occurred in 2.2 seconds. So the pass rush overwhelming that time. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this part of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
What a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taken at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. And all of a sudden, we've got a ball game. They get the touchdown. Then on the kickoff, they get another touchdown, picking up the fumble, taking it to the house in just a matter of moments. 2 quick scores, Charles.
Every time we start to neglect special teams and big plays that occur off of them, something like this happens that reminds us we've got ourselves a game now.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Herbert. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st down, it's Herbert to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To the air again, Herbert. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jalen Waddle, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. And Lance's throw complete there to Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Escaping the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To try again after the sack. Lance. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Lance. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here are the Rams to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Rams come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Holding offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Ready, ready, ready.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw there taken in by Smith.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Lance looking to throw it. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. It'll be a gain of 5. And that will bring up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
And here's Lance to throw it. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Vegas. And this returnable for Hill. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Complete to number 2. A gain of 22 yards.
Herbert on first down now. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. Second down. Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. This is caught. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. 26 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
On first down, Lance. And Diggs has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Across midfield to the 49-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trailed big here to begin quarter number 4. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 21. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. Lance now on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
13 more yards. That's another Raiders 1st down.
Here's Lance. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
And Lance now to throw. Flushed out right. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. It seemed like they were so focused elsewhere, they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one and will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Herbert off of play action. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart in points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing now is Lance. Goes right back to Smith again. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jonnu Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Raiders take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Herbert now. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Herbert throwing again. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Flush to his right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Micah Parsons able to record his 5th sack of the season. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. Now Lance. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid this.
After review of the play.
So that will be a return. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And Lance's throw taken in by Diggs. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Nick Chubb, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Raiders have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Lance back to throw. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Herbert to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Now Herbert. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready in the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together, make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So the Raiders now down by 7, 46 seconds to go. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Lance. Juke. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Lance looking to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
They'll look to throw. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Herbert now to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
An extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now up to 14. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jeremy Chinn picks it off, and the Rams come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some...
Lights, cam, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Lights, cam, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Listen on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm balling like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Ooh, ooh. Then the juke move, Heisman, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, snap. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. It is not a game, it is not a game. Banging on your chest when I come through the pain. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. can S-double-E. Cause I need your eyes on me. 'Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Came to make